Our third 3 month hair growth challenge for the year just rounded up, so I'm going to do a full recap on everything I did down to my protective hairstyles, how I use my treatment, my routine, techniques, everything I did to improve my length retention. So let's get into that. The first thing we're going to start off with is picking the right protective hairstyle. This is actually the most important thing because the whole point of the hair growth challenge is using protective hairstyles to retain more length, reduce manipulation, and reach your hair goals faster. So when it comes to picking your protective hairstyle, you need to understand your hair type, whether you have fine hair or thick hair. This can help you pick the right protective hairstyle. So for reference, I have fine hair, and usually my go-to protective hairstyle is either braids or twist without extensions. But with this particular challenge, I wanted to try something new, so I came up with this variation of boohoo braids. So when it comes to this particular hairstyle, I did not do it typically how you will see it online. The extensions are only added as a leave out, they are not added into my hair. I'm just adding a little bit into my hair for it to be more secured, but in total, the whole braid is my natural hair. If you look at my ends, you can clearly see that it's still my natural hair. And when I'm feeding the French curls into my hair, I only feed a little just to give it a hold, not so that it doesn't fall off over time. So this is the hairstyle I came up with for my fine hair. It is so lightweight because everyone has been asking for a variation of hairstyles they can try except for braids and twists, and people asking what type of extensions they can use. So with this extension, it is so lightweight. It's a French curl. I You can see the details on the particular extensions I use, so you can definitely go and check out the full tutorial on how I did this hair. I'm just basically showing you how this hair works. I'm just doing the feeding method, and I did like 7 feeding on one braid, and you can clearly see that it's still my natural hair. I'm going to give you a close-up on how my ends are looking. You can clearly see that it is still my natural hair. So I love this hairstyle so much. And one good thing about this hairstyle is that when you've passed the 1 month mark and your curls are like getting tangled and you want to do like a full routine on your hair, you can take this out. So it's very easy to take out. You can just pull it out and you can have just your braids on for the next 2 months of your whole challenge. So that's the reason why I love this hairstyle. It's something I should definitely check out. I kept this in for a month before I took it out so that I can do like my full routine. And when it comes to picking a protective hairstyle, you need to make sure that you are still going to be consistent with your routine. So make sure that whatever protective hairstyle you're picking, you can still do your routine on. I would highly recommend you go and check out the full tutorial. And picking your protective hairstyle is very important because it can make and break this whole challenge. That's the reason why I'm talking about it so much. So go and know your hair type, whether you have fine hair or thick hair. It can help you pick the right protective hairstyle. But I would say with fine hair, do not go for heavy extensions on your hair because there is so much weight on your hair strands and can cause it to break. And for thick hair, make sure that whatever protective hairstyle you're using is good for your hair, and make sure that you reduce manipulation and the tension on your scalp is not a lot. The installation process is very important. How you take it down is very important, and how you actually do your routine in that protective hairstyle. So let's move on to the next step in this whole challenge. Moisture routine is very important, and I'll be showing you how I do my moisture routine on this protective hairstyle. So for the first 3 weeks, this was exactly what I was doing on my hair. Typically I would do my wash day routine, but because I did not want this hair to get tangled fast, I went with an alternative, which is including my moisture routine more in my hair. So with this, I went ahead to get a spray bottle, put my leave-in conditioner in that spray bottle just to make sure that it's not thick, because one thing about thick conditioners, they can leave product buildup on your hair and clog up your pores and limit your hair growth. And because it's going to be a while before I wash my hair, I went with this method. It makes the conditioner lightweight and doesn't leave a lot of product buildup on your hair and doesn't clog up your pores. When you're doing this step, make sure you get your scalp and you get your ends because they're the oldest part of your hair and they need to be moisturized. Make sure that when you're done putting in your moisture, you seal in with a lightweight oil. Make sure it's a lightweight oil because you do not want to develop product buildup. Make sure to get your scalp, your ends very important. They are the oldest part of your hair. They need that moisture so that they do not develop split ends. It's very important you do your routine in a protective hairstyle, because one reason why your hair is breaking a lot is because you do not have a routine and you do not take care of your hair in a protective hairstyle, because split ends are real and they would run through the length of your hair and cause your hair to break so much in your takedown process. So this is something that you do not want to skip when you're in a protective hairstyle. Like I said previously, after the first month, the French curls were gone, my hair was free, and you can see how easy it was to take it down. Now, typically, this is just my braids only left, and this is all my natural hair. It's very easy to pull it out. So, we're going to go in with our wash day routine because we've not washed our hair, and that is crazy because I wash my hair twice in a month, and when I have this hairstyle, I could not wash my hair. So, we're going all in for this wash day routine. So what I'm going to be using for my shampoo is my Cream of Nature Argan Oil shampoo. I love this shampoo so much. It works so well for my high porosity hair. It is a moisturizing shampoo, so it doesn't leave your hair feeling stripped and dry, which is something I look for in a shampoo, because I've tried a lot of shampoo and I always come back to this one because it gets the job done. Highly recommend this shampoo. It is so good, guys. If you have high porosity hair, your hair will love this so much. So I go in with this shampoo, and because I've not washed my hair in a while, it took a lot of wash for my hair to get clean. So if you need to go in with 1, 2 wash, 3 wash, make sure you do that and make sure that your scalp is clean. Focus on your scalp and the length of your hair. After that, I rinse out the shampoo. Then I go in with my treatment. For my treatment, I'm going to be using my hair rinse, which contains fenugreek, cloves, rosemary, and hibiscus. All these herbs help to strengthen my hair, reduce hair loss, and moisturize my hair. I love to pair this with my deep conditioner. I'm going to be using the Mega Grow Deep Conditioner. I love this deep conditioner so much because it makes my hair feel so soft. I'm pairing it with my treatment. I'm opening my cuticles so that all the treatment will better penetrate into my hair shaft and I can get all that nutrients. I've seen a lot of benefits with doing this particular treatment because it has helped to strengthen my fine hair so much and reduce a lot of breakage. And once you can reduce your breakage, you're going to improve your length retention, and that's how you can reach your hair goals faster. For my deep conditioning process, I love to use the steam cap because it makes it a lot faster. We love a fast and easy routine here, and having this tool can help that. And I deep condition for 10 minutes, then I rinse out the product. That's why I said getting tools that can help you make your wash day routine faster is very important. Make sure that you rinse this out well because you do not want any residue left on your scalp, because the deep conditioner is very thick. If you have high porosity hair, I would recommend you deep condition weekly because added moisture to your hair is always a plus. After doing this, we're going to move on to the next step in our routine. Shirt drying is always a must for me because it keeps my hair from getting tangled or drying up fast. So I love to use my shirt to dry my hair. And also, this is how my hair is looking. The curls are looking nice. So we're going to be doing the LOC method, which is my leave-in conditioner, my oils, and my cream. So the first product I'm going to go in with is the Mazuri leave-in conditioner. It's a very thick conditioner, so do not apply it directly to your scalp. You're just going to focus on your ends. So for the next step in this method, I'm going to be going in with my oils. I use the virgin hair fertilizer and pair with my herbal oil. All these are lightweight oils that can absorb easily to my hair, so I can apply this on my scalp and also the length of my hair. So when I'm applying this, I can go in with a scalp massage to help stimulate the blood circulation on my scalp and also apply it to my ends. This method is to seal in the moisture. Make sure that whenever you're doing the LOC method, you start off with your leave-in conditioner because that's the base to sealing in the moisture. So for the last and final step, which is shea butter, I love this step so much. This locks in the moisture into your hair. It's a very thick butter, so I typically apply it only on the ends of my hair, which are the oldest part, which require more love and care, so I can be able to retain all the length you need. I talked on moisture routine a little bit earlier in this video, but typically that was not my full moisture routine. So when it comes to my moisture routine, the first thing I start off with is my treatment, and I mentioned that I use the hibiscus, fenugreek, rosemary, and clove rinse on my hair, which helps to strengthen my hair, reduce hair loss, and also moisturize my hair. I love using this on my fine hair because I've seen a lot of improvement in strengthening my hair strands. So if you have fine hair, I highly recommend you use this particular treatment. And when it comes to this treatment, I use it weekly. So my wash day routine and my moisture routine is done twice in a month. So basically, I have a routine I'm doing to my hair every week. So anytime I go in with my wash day routine, the next week would be my moisture routine, and the following week would be my wash day routine, and so on. So for the next step in my routine, I'm going to be using my deep conditioner. This is the Mega Grow Deep Conditioner. I talked about it a little bit earlier, but you can see a full picture of how it looks. One thing I love about this product is that it's not expensive and it is so good. It is so affordable, and you can you see the huge amount you get for such an affordable price. That's why I always recommend this product, and it does the work. It is good. It is so good, so I always recommend it. So when it comes to applying this product, I apply it to my scalp, the length of my hair. I make sure that it's evenly distributed into my hair strands. Then I go in with my steam cap to make sure that all these treatments penetrate into my hair shaft. After this, I'm just going to rinse it out. And typically, that's my moisture routine. When it comes to my moisture routine, my wash day routine is very similar. The only difference is that I'm not washing my hair. So after this step, I'm going to go in with the LOC method, which I've spoken about earlier, so I don't have to talk about it again. But typically, this is my moisture routine, and I highly recommend you never skip this routine. If you want to be able to reach your hair goals fast, you have to be consistent with your routine. Have a good wash day routine, have a good moisture routine. Know your hair porosity. It helps you to use the right product and technique for your hair. So for this whole routine I've shown you is for my high porosity. One thing about routine is that you can tweak it to work for your hair porosity. So if you have low porosity hair, I have a full wash day routine on low porosity hair. So I'll definitely link that for you to check out, because I made that video for alternative ways you can use a high porosity routine on your low porosity hair. So you should definitely check out that video. And typically this is my moisture routine. So I'm going to highlight one treatment I did during this particular hair challenge, which is hot oil massage. This is something I typically do to my hair once in a while, but I think I should be doing it more often based on the benefits you get from this particular treatment. I love how it makes my hair feel so shiny, and it strengthens my hair strands so much. So typically I love to use my herbal oil for this particular treatment because it already contains powerful herbs that help to strengthen my hair, reduce hair loss, and those benefits alone are good. Combining it with the hot oil massage, which helps to stimulate the blood circulation on my scalp and also improve my hair growth. Combining these two together is just a combination of healthy, longer hair. So typically I always recommend you do this particular treatment at least once a month, or if you can, once a month. But in this particular routine, I try to do it once a month. So I love doing this routine on my hair, and I'm going to be doing it more often. What you want to do is that you're going to warm up your oil in a bowl of hot water, then you put it on your scalp and the length of your hair, then go in with a scalp massage. After doing this, you're going to just make sure you do the rest of your hair. It's very easy to do. If you do not have a scalp massager, you can use your fingers as an alternative to massage your scalp. When you're done, you would want to let this sit in your hair so that I can do all the work. I go in with a plastic bag first off before I go in with my steam cap because of all the oil, and I want this to penetrate my hair shaft so much because of all the herbs. You want all those nutrients to penetrate into your hair shaft and for you to get the benefit. One thing about this treatment is that it's not a leave-in treatment, so you are going to wash this out of your hair because oils are sealant, and if you leave this into your hair, because you saw that we did not go in with moisture first off, so you want to wash this off. This just helps to strengthen your hair, improve the blood circulation on your scalp, improve your scalp health. That's typically what it does, and combining it with a good oil that has a lot of herbs is an added benefit. So I always recommend you use this with a herbal oil so that I can add more benefit into this routine. I went ahead to wash my hair like I said previously. Make sure that you wash your scalp well and your hair well. I will always say go in with a moisturizing shampoo so that you do not leave your hair feeling stripped. And that's basically the treatment I did. After this, I went ahead to use my hair rinse, the hair rinse that you've been seeing. and continue with my LOC method. That's typically my routine. I have a routine that works well for my hair, and I do not stay off it. So finding a routine that works well for your hair is always good. On to the last and final step in this 3 month hair growth challenge, which is your takedown process. You get to see your growth progress and your takedown. This is a very, very important step because taking down your hair has to be done properly so that you cannot experience breakage, and also how you cared for your hair. Another thing that you should also notice that shedding is normal, is a normal cycle of your hair. So you definitely see shedded hair, but how to differentiate between your shedded hair and your hair breaking is that shedded hair is typically the length of your hair, and you would notice a white bulb on the hair that signifies that it's a shedded hair. While when your hair is breaking, you notice shorter hair strands that are breaking from different points of your length. So for my takedown process, it's very easy. Typically, I find it so easy taking down braids compared to twist. And usually, my previous hairstyle or go-to hairstyle was mini twist, so it took a really long time. But surprisingly, I did medium braids, and it took like such less time. I think it was 3 hours, at most 4 hours. That was my count for my takedown, which is a huge difference. So when it comes to your takedown process, you first thing you have to do is that you have to be patient. Then make sure you go in with a product that has a good sleep, whether that is water, conditioner. Make sure that your hair is not dry. Do not take down a dry hair. You need to make sure that your hair is moisturized for your takedown to be easy and to minimize breakage or stop breakage at all. So when I'm done moisturizing my hair, I usually go with my leave-in conditioner like you saw. And for my mini twist, I go in with flaxseed gel because it has more slip to take down and unravel my mini twist. But for braids, like I said, it's a lot easier for me. So I just went in with conditioner and went ahead to take down my hair. When you're taking down your hair, make sure you start from your ends to the length of your hair. And one thing I always recommend is that whichever when you take down a particular section, put it in a twist and section that hair, because when I take down my hair, I typically detangle right after I take it down. So make sure that after detangling, you put it in a twist so that it doesn't tangle up and you do not have to detangle again. One thing you should try and minimize or prevent is over manipulation, and detangling once in this particular step in your takedown process is very, very important because it helps you not to lose unnecessary hair. So a takedown process is typically easy. Just be patient, have a good product that has a good sleep, have a good show on, and take down your hair. Just be careful because you do not want to lose your hair, and also to note that shedding is normal. You definitely see shedding. Keeping your hair for 3 months, a lot of hair has accumulated for shedded hair. So that's all for this particular challenge. We're finally in the last challenge for this year. I always say you're never too late to join in on this 3 month hair growth challenge. I've seen a lot of progress in my length retention, in the health of my hair simply by doing this. And a lot of you have been leaving comments saying that you've been noticing a lot of changes in your hair, and which I'm so happy to hear about. So I really, really love to hear your feedback. I really love to hear your feedback on how your hair is doing, because I love to know that what I'm saying or sharing my progress or sharing my experience is helping someone. So let me hear from you. Let me know your feedback on how this 3 month hair growth challenge has helped your hair so much. And we're currently on the next one. So if you want to join in, you can do that by subscribing. You get updated on the 3 month hair growth challenge and also get weekly videos from me concerning like any hair issue. We also have a live session that we do every Friday, so you can always join into the live session. But if you cannot join into the live session by 5 p.m. on Fridays, I'm always going to be saving the video, so you can definitely check them out later. With this live session, you can ask me one-on-one questions. We can interact in real time, answer all your questions, talk about topics, and it's always a very interactive session. So I always recommend that you do not miss it. And also, if what time, let me know what time can work for everyone. You can leave that in the comment also. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys in my next one. Love you guys, and bye.